Good morning, all you beautiful people. This is Mary Noble Braden at the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. I hope you guys are having a great day. Fall is in the air, and we are making it through Hurricane Helene. There's been so many great efforts from folks out of town and so many community members that are supporting all of us here. So, big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the efforts. And also, I want to remind you if you're on the receiving end, please know so many people are here to support you and want you to receive. All right, well, today we are going to interview Annie from Annie's Culinary Garden right here on 70. Good morning, Annie.
Good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for all you're doing.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for what you're doing. I
Yeah,
cannot wait to share with the audience the amazing work you have been doing to feed so many people. So, tell the audience first about your little restaurant cafe
hmm
here located in Black Mountain.
yeah, we opened in June of this year. And what we focus on is really healthy, tasty food from the garden. So I have a huge garden, and then I source from other local people, or I do trades, with other local gardeners and stuff like that for meals for their produce.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. So the menu changes pretty well weekly, but there has been customer favorites already, so we're constantly keeping those on the menu. You can come in and dine in. It's a cute little space, or we also have a grab and go case, and we have a really big menu because I'm kind of insane about trying to create things all the time. Um, so yeah, it's just really great. We're right next to Dynamite Coffee in Black Mountain, if you know where that is.
That's convenient.
Yes, it is. It is. So we've had a great customer base already following us, and a lot of people from Swannanoa and the Black Mountain area have been impacted so much by Helene. I mean, I still haven't been on the internet yet. I haven't had internet. We just miraculously have had water at the restaurant since it hit, and no one else in the whole area has. It's just been a gift from God. So,
That is true because
yeah,
you've been able to cook and
yeah,
provide meals if people want to come and buy them, and
right.
then oh, Annie is collaborating with Bounty and Soul and cooking all types of meals. So tell the audience
Yeah.
about that.
So the day after the hurricane, we're all in shock and everything and stuff. And I went down to talk to our commissioners. Like, hey, I have water. I have a, I have a generator. So I can cook. I can cook. And the thing that everyone probably now, when you look back, is how much shock. I mean, it was just pure shock. Our commissioners were in shock. Everyone was.
Yes.
I mean, and so one of the commissioners, Alice Berry, said, "Hey, look, I know the rehab center in Ridgecrest is not going to have food for tomorrow. Can you take care of them?" So we came in here and we made meals for 100 125 and brought it up there the next day. So then after that, they said they were good because they were going to get food supplies in from their supplier. And I was like, okay, cool. So then Bounty and Soul, who I've worked with for ever since I've been here as a volunteer, and I also been their caterer for their annual fundraiser, um, reached out and said, "Look, we have a big need in Swannanoa because Swannanoa, as we all know, was really hit hard."
It was.
Yeah. So they said, but okay, but there's other places too. So we went to like senior apartments and stuff like that. So the first day, first we're all just like trying to do what we can do.
Because we really didn't know. I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
we don't have internet. No
yeah,
one really knew the damage because why would you get out in this
yeah,
craziness?
yeah. No one. I mean, no one. And so that very first day I cooked for Bounty and Soul, I did about 150 meals. We distributed them to 4 different sites, senior facilities, senior apartments where people were getting anything. Um, and then it became more and more Body and Soul had to shift their lane. I mean, they're an amazing organization, but they don't provide food relief.
Like, yeah, cooked food.
No, yeah. And so then they realize Ellie, the executive director, lives in Swannanoa, and so she saw firsthand how bad everything was. So then it became a coordinated effort. Let's kind of really focus on the Swannanoa area. So since then, I've been doing meals up to 150 every day. Bounty and Soul comes here, picks them up, and then distributes them to different sites.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So this has just been my team and I. Um, and so, and it's just been, we've been donating them. So it's not sustainable for us to continue doing it. So,
Well, and also, this is a great time for the community to reach out to you. I know you do have a Venmo if folks want to help.
yeah, and I also have a GoFundMe
Okay.
site. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, do you know that?
Yeah, it's Annie's Culinary Garden if you type it into GoFundMe, and then, or else it's GoFundMe /EDCBE629.
I'll put that on Facebook
That'd be
as
great.
well.
That'd
So,
be great. Yeah.
because so many people want to donate and help right now, especially for folks that are helping feed. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to ask for
Yeah.
support.
And what we're doing for a little bit different than the other sites is that we take in consideration the health needs of the individuals out there. Because there's a lot of people that are gluten free, there's a lot of people that are vegetarian, vegan, need soft
Or
foods, or
celiacs.
yeah, celiac. So there's when you have no choice, and yet it's life threatening to you if you do go somewhere else. So we make sure every meal accommodates all of those parameters. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I mean, because the population's already vulnerable, and then it's wonderful all the food sites, but if all you can get is something on bread, or if it's meat only, and you might have religious regions, you might have a lot of different things. So we send out salads, we hit every category.
You're really hitting the specialty mark, which
Yeah,
is great.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So many people need that. I know a lot of folks with specific diet needs, and a lot of it's by choice, but it's so nice to
yeah,
have that option.
it is. And Bounty and Soul's been amazing. Once again, if you don't know Bounty and Soul, go to their organization. They really have taken on so much for the community. So they had someone from New York call them and say, hey, we get an emergency kitchen. Do you need it? So they delivered it 2 days ago to our site. So we have a full emergency kitchen now too. We just need the funds to support to keep on cooking.
Okay.
Because that's, they want us to go up to 300 meals a day, which I can't do in my current capacity.
Now, are y'all delivering these meals? Or are you dropping them off on a certain location?
So Bounty and Soul comes here, picks them up, and then they deliver them to the library in Swannanoa, and they have different locations that they're going to. So they handle the transportation piece, but they also that's not their
This
that's
is not their.
that they stepped out of their lane, put it that way, and have
Yes.
taken on a lot for the community and stuff.
And we're so grateful. Oh my gosh, Bounty and Soul, if those are listening do not know about
Yeah,
them, they set up once a week in our community and they give away free produce and food. And so they've been a really big staple
yeah,
here in the
yeah,
Black Mountain Swannanoa area for
yeah.
a while.
They have, and so it's really a difficult time for everyone, but now the customers are coming back, and I'm just so glad. I get to hug someone, and I get to make sure they're okay. Um, but yesterday we had a guy come in, and he lost 14 family members,
Oh my goodness.
and he saw it.
Mm.
It was a mudslide that happened at Fairview. So I mean, we can give free meals, and we love doing that, but my God, the grief and the
Yes.
depth of what's happening is truly truly nothing I've ever witnessed. I've lived in fire, and I've lived across many disaster zones. Um, and this is by far the worst I've ever seen.
So many of us, our community members are coming together, and there are stories like this where people really need to hear it because it's not you're not going to meet somebody every day on the street. Maybe if you go
Yeah,
to these certain places, you will. So thank you for sharing that because
yeah,
we're here to lift folks up. I know it's going to be a long road for
Yeah,
recovery and the grief as well.
yeah, yeah. But then there's the miracles. And then there's just the absolute miracles. So it's the day after. I'm trying to get the restaurant up and running, and I'm outside. I don't know doing what. I see two dogs running down Old 70. So I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get these dogs. I can't have these two dogs running down Old 70. So I'm trying to capture them, and I'm waving my arms because a big white pickup truck's coming, and the guy stops and helps me get the dogs. We tie them up, and get them water and stuff. And he goes, "I'm Martin." I said, "Oh, that's what it says on your shirt, Martin." It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And he goes, "Hey, what do you need?" And at that point in time, we just forget how important every day is. But at that point in time, it was gas. It's the day after. And I said, "I need more gas for my generator or else I can't be doing anything." And he goes, I forget where he was going, Marion or somewhere. He goes, "I'll get you gas." So the next day he comes back and he had get me gas so we could get through that day. Then he comes back and says, "Well, what else do you need?"
I love it.
And so then he happened to have, he's a contractor. So there was a gully on the side of the road by Old 70. And so then he fills it in. And then he goes, "Well, what else do you need?" And I'm like, "Martin, this is amazing. I mean, you're like
He
just
was your
my angel."
angel.
Yeah. And I said, "Well, on a personal note, really, if you want to do something, we have 7 trees in our house, and 2 of them have penetrated." I said, "I need them to get off so I don't lose my roof." And he goes, "Well, I can't do that." And I said, "Okay, but I can hook you up with someone." So we got a tree cutter to come and get the trees off. But then it's just like they say we had a tornado in our area because there was just so many trees down.
I
And
believe it.
yeah, and so anyways, the trees are just everywhere. You can't hardly get in the house. And Martin's like, "Well, there's tree crew coming up from Pennsylvania. I'm going to send them down to your house." So I went home last night, and they're not gone, but at least it's not the whole trees. They're cut up. 7 guys from Pennsylvania don't know who we are, and we'll be able to start removing the trees now.
That is such a blessing.
It really is. And so, and if you don't know, all of you that have trees down and what are you going to do with them? I heard Melly Mac, it has a log splitter there. And if you can get the trees there, they'll split them and they'll save them for firewood to give away free all winter.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
We have so many great teams coming together. It, it's
It's amazing. The linemen from Canada, people don't know,
oh
are
yes,
volunteering their
yeah.
time.
Some of the folks that I interviewed yesterday, and they were from Dog Tours, Animal Assisted Therapy.
Oh, oh,
These precious dogs were going around and oh, giving first responders and children free pets and love. But they said their word from being here the last 2 weeks was blessed. They felt like this community was blessed and that they were blessed for all the folks that were coming out to help. So if you are needing support, please reach out to me on Facebook. You can also call me directly and I will try to get you in the right spot. And Annie, thank you for your stories. They were
yeah,
really heartfelt, and that's what I want the community to know. I want them to know personal experiences, plus the folks that are listening from outside of our community because they want to help too.
yeah, yeah. It's it every day. I have a gratitude practice, but now it's on a whole different level. I mean, it kind of shakes you out of maybe what you were thinking you
You
were
should be
supposed to be doing.
grateful.
Oh, yeah. And then you're like, "Oh, I can brush my teeth today." I am so grateful because those of you from outside the area, water is a big concern, and we probably it's saying a couple months now probably for water systems to be restored. Um, so
And they're working pretty fast.
yeah,
Black Mountain, a lot of Black Mountain has power, some
yep,
water. Swannanoa, I heard, is getting some power, no water.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it is, we're living in the old ages. I told my mother, well, I'm over here uh, practicing Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. And don't forget that we here every day when we send something out to anyone, we said made, grown and made with love, and we're sending that love to them.
Oh, I love that. And I have actually been to Annie's garden.
Yeah.
She has a beautiful garden and she's a wonderful cook. I know firsthand. So y'all come by and get a bite to eat or take some food with you. I want to point out one more thing, and we talked about it a little bit. Are you needing any more food donations? I know you need
um,
monetary donations, but could any folks also
well,
donate food to you?
it's very challenging because we do have to follow the health standards, so we need to know where the food's coming from point
Yes.
before we can put it out the door. So, but if it's raw produce and you're a gardener, that's fine. I just can't take, someone brought me in a beautiful pot of turkey stock the other day because their refrigerator was going down and they wanted to
Right.
and it's like, and that's so wonderful, but I can't use anything prepared. But I definitely will take any fresh produce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. So, do you have a Facebook page or a link people could go to see your menu?
You can go to our website at Annie's Culinary Garden. And thank you for reminding me because I don't even know if the menu's been updated.
That's
The
okay.
menu changes weekly based on what's coming out of the garden. And we also have Facebook page, Annie's Culinary Garden. So yeah, and the GoFundMe page. So and uh, if and Bounty and Soul's also trying to secure some funding that's not taken away from their channels, so we can get the emergency kitchen up and running. So
Love it.
it's gonna be months.
Yes, we've got so many folks feeding our community
Yeah,
here, but it's gonna be needed for a while,
yeah.
and who knows how long these other ones are gonna last. But we are thankful while everybody is
Yeah.
feeding Black Mountain and Swannanoa. So, guys, reach out to Annie. Let's support her efforts with Bounty and Soul feeding our Swannanoa community, Black Mountain community. Annie, thank you so
Oh, thank
much for coming
you.
on the show and your generosity of your service and support in this
Thank you.
community. It means a lot to everybody.
Thank you so much. And just keep on sending the love, people. Just send it. We feel it. We feel it and we know it. And I want to say there's not been one person in the, it's hundreds and hundreds now that have come through that also is just sending the love.
So true. It really is.
We have more in common in this country than we ever will know. And we got to dig into that, and that's what should drive us.
So true. Well, guys, thanks again for listening to the Mountain Magnolia Show. This is Mary Noble Braden, and again, the Mountain Magnolia Show is all about revealing the heart and soul of our community. And Annie, today, that's what you revealed, your heart and soul. So grateful. In love and peace. Till next time.
The preceding has been a production of Signal Hill Studios. For more information, please call 704 872 0550.